That was disgusting. Oh my God, June. Oh.
Absolutely devastating.
He's actually in a really good spot for his teammate to watch over him and give him assistance, but no one really watching the main run-up. And oh, what a trophy system collateral kill!
Oh, they gotta get on the point. They gotta get on the point. They're gonna run out of time. Can they contest? They are with 1.4 seconds. And Phil is gonna go down. We are gonna be seeing him now. No, out of the point, and Wave Runners by the skin of their teeth are gonna be able to hold on.
And he played from horse. Oh, holy! He's gonna get another one.
As Boy will quick scope heavy.
Not necessarily translate to control from the bottom lane, as Legacy just being an absolute nuisance here with his team just getting such a back control here.
Kill is gonna get hustled down to 2v2. They should have had the man up, and now Austin does pretty good to get one. He's gonna look for the double, can't quite get it. Zuxium, the last man alive, and now Zuxium trying to finish off the team. He's gonna stun in there, see one. One's gonna push out, it's gonna get taken out. Zuxium can finish it right here, 7 points left. Taking out another one more pushes out. He's gonna get taken out by a teammate, and that's gonna be Hype Esports taking map number 1.
I see it now, I see it now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in here with some more awesome matches tonight. It's going to be God Gaming looking to extend their play into the playoffs up against Indy Syndicate, who is safe in the playoffs no matter what. I am Comicar, aka Comica_, and I'm joined by Matt, who is both big and tall.
Yeah, dude. We were talking about, you guys were talking about this last match, and now we're going to be talking about it now. God Gaming has a good chance, or a very slim chance, of making playoffs here. Yeah. They have to go ahead and 3-0 Indiana Syndicate. A few of the teams have to lose, but let's go ahead and take a look at the God Gaming roster that will be going up against the Syndicate boys here tonight. It's going to be an interesting one with the boys Seeker, Nefarious versus, oh God, Veracity, thank you, and a real deal Dylan, I'm assuming. So apologize if I say any of those names wrong. Let's go ahead and take out the opposing end. The Syndicate guys right now. Dupin, Streezy, Reset, and YGYM. Not too sure what name we gave him last time. So remember we gave him a name.
It's actually Rusi. It's actually Rusi.
Is it Rusi?
Yeah. Not YGYM, thank God. That would have been a little bit of a annoying thing to keep in mind, but yeah, it would have been a mouthful to say as well. I would have just been saying why the whole time, and you would have not known what the heck I was talking about, but I would have been talking about him. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, everyone is already in the lobby and we're ready to go, so we're just going to get through this going real quick for you. Quick look at the maps. If you were here for the last series, looks very, very similar to you. You would think I wouldn't even have changed the graphic at all, but instead it is going to be, well, this time it's going to be Checkmate, Hardpoint, and Search and Destroy on Moscow. But unlike last time, it's going to be Raid Control, Moscow, Hardpoint, and then finally finishing off in Miami, Search and Destroy.
Yeah, it's same maps, but a different set of like game modes and such like that. Raid, always a fan favorite of mine, being one of the best maps in Call of Duty history, in my opinion. And I know a lot of people don't like Checkmate, but I am a fan of it just because it's one of the harder maps to go ahead and learn and obviously go ahead and hold. On the offensive side on Control, but this will be a Hardpoint this time. Then obviously the Moscow S&D and Hardpoint, Moscow being a decent map itself ever since they went ahead and cut some of those edges off. I do agree with those changes. And then that Miami S&D, very, very tricky. I feel like the Miami S&D, and I'm surprised it doesn't get banned as much as I think it should. Because I know a lot of people do hate it, but for map number 5, it's always interesting, that map is.
It really is, but yeah, you know what I'm thinking here, Matt? I'm thinking about how dominant I saw Indiana Syndicate in their last game, especially the fact that it was up against, you're going to hate me for this, but the fact that it was up against Valkyrie, and they looked pretty good tonight up against Hyped Esports, who are, Hyped Esports, they are in. They are in the playoffs. Wild card spot, definitely, but they have a shot. They have a shot, my dude. But yeah, just letting everyone know that we are basically ready to go now. Should be starting up any second here, Matt, closing points as we are about to get into this game is that God Gaming, like we said, they can still make it into playoffs. Margins are incredibly, incredibly slim, but if they're going to do it, yeah, very slim. Just like that. Starts right here, right now. God Gaming, one thing we got to take into account is that they looked very good in Search and Destroy. They looked very good in Search and Destroy. Like, they look so good. Again, I know you're a fan of, you're like with Valkyrie and all that, but they were actually able to beat Valkyrie in the, I know, I'm so sorry. They beat them in Search and Destroy, and that's not something that a whole lot of teams can say. Granted, their only win so far has come off of a forfeit coming out of Living Nightmare. By the way, they need Living Nightmare to drop every single remaining series, so it's very slim, but I'm still on the bandwagon. Who would have thought we say this? God Gaming, there's still a chance, baby. There's still a chance. 1 in a million, but there's still a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all down for rooting for the underdog. So I obviously will be rooting for God Gaming here a little bit more than Syndicate tonight. But Syndicate's performance these last few games, I've casted 2 of them. No, I casted 1, and I watched the other. Obviously, that being the Valkyrie one. They're a solid roster. I really like duping quite a bit with these guys. And then I believe it was Reezy. Reezy was another really outstanding one. I believe that was the Rezi.
Oh, Strezzy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All of them were really good, honestly. All of them. They really were. I believe Dupin was actually on like 11 streak last time I casted him, and I think that was up against Stellar, I think. SS Swear Society. That's what it was. And that was their second match back. But getting this checkmate hardpoint, honestly, God Gaming, like you said, a decent S&D team, but I will go ahead and say this because you were knocking Valkyrie a little bit. S&D is not our strongest game, but that is by far our weakest. But nonetheless, they did look decent up against that matchup against Valkyrie. So S&D wins champs, and they can somehow go ahead and snag the hard point or control. I think it's going to have to be that hard point because Indiana Syndicate's control, their slaying power is just immense. And I really just don't see God Gaming winning that. So this hard point will probably have to be it. And obviously the S&Ds. The S&Ds are going to be the biggest ones for them. They can't drop those. So if they have a chance at winning, it will have to go to map 5, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm looking at this man right now, Strezzy. We've seen him pull off some impossible stuff. I'll come back to that later. But yeah, Indiana Syndicate. A lot of these guys have a lot of experience in challengers. I've seen Dupin play at a high level all the time. He's playing with a pickup team first time I ever saw him. Team name, Dupin Costed. He has not been costing. No, that was a team name. He didn't cost. That was a team name. Yeah. And I still remember to this day because I thought it was funny. And they were doing really well. But yeah, Dupin coming in here trying to do something not cost-worthy, and he does get one, and now in comes Reset. Also a really huge top AM coming in here. He does get the better Veracity somehow, and he is going to be shooting at him through the wall, just keeping contention on the point and getting a lot of time into their hands. If God Gaming are not careful and they don't keep up this contention, then, especially with Indiana Syndicate's ability to break into these points, they might be in trouble for the next objective as well.
Yes, Streezy already with like a play of the game right there with the nice double kill, pulling out the bursty and able to go ahead and take a player out of God Gaming. But so far, an amazing hold coming from Syndicate. You saw number 5, Mr. Real Deal Dylan on God Gaming, trying to hold the whole of the plane right here that you see Rusi now going into, trying to hold those spawns, and now he's all the way in the back. This is going to be crucial for God Gaming, but now he gets in the gunfight and he loses it, and I believe the spawns will go ahead and be in favor of Indiana Syndicate, going into hill number 2. And I'm just not too sure. I guess he's just waiting on teammates right now, looking for the intel as he gets taken out, and he's shooting at nothing. Dupin's looking like a invisible person right now because what was Veracity shooting at right there? But it will take a lot for God Gaming to go ahead and break this hill. And right now it's just Streezy doing all the work. He needs some help, maybe not. Oh, not able to get that one. I lied. Nefarious able to go ahead and take him out. And just one by one, God Gaming is falling as we count the 60 and counting to 0 right now in favor of Syndicate.
Man, just Dupin is just shooting freaking bathtub rounds at them. It's like you're getting shot with a bathtub going like 100 miles an hour at you. Dupin, that is what is coming out of his 74U as he fries Seeker again. Skirts on away from the other one. They're going in for him, but he looks the wrong way. Veracity able to get him down for the count though, but not a single point on the board for God Gaming right now. This is pretty crazy, but I mean, I would be very surprised if it stayed like that, especially with this control. Yeah, you see they are going to get their first point on the board. Dupin challenging so hard to make sure that they don't get it. But you see Indiana Syndicate, they're going in pretty uncontested for these spawns right now, and that should be a little bit worried for God Gaming. Yeah, you see, and they're all starting to go down on all fronts right now. So yeah, good 10 points to get finally on the board, but they're going to need to start thinking a little bit more into the future other than just getting on the board with the 10 points.
Yeah, that playing control was missing there for God Gaming. Could have helped anchor the spawns a little bit, or taking them out as they come off a spawn, a little bit harder. or easier, I guess I could go ahead and say, but no top control at all. Nefarious going to try to make something happen, not going to be able to do it. Going to get taken out by Streezy. Versity able to fight Rusi, but the trade will go ahead and come out as well. And Dupe, oh no, that's a teammate. I was going to say he missed that kill somehow. But setting up for next, you will see Reset on the map now. Streezy joining him off that respawn. Nefarious picking up the slack time, but Dupin says 112 to 13 right now. Going into hill number 4, God Gaming has to do something, and I do feel like it needs to be before the next set of rotation of the hills goes ahead and comes out. Streezy going to get aggressive. He's going to find one, and not going to be able to find the second. Almost an amazing play there, getting him out of top lane. But now, God Gaming looking to take some control. Won't be happening as Indy Syndicate is just chilling on this hill. Rusi by himself, I believe it was Reset that was with him, but got taken out by Seeker out there in the back. But now Dylan's going to go ahead and make something happen here. Won't be able to. Gets taken out immediately. Seeker going to find Dupin and back and forth over there on the site. But with all 4 players on Syndicate just nearby, long shots here going to come out. Nefarious trophy will get the 9-0 trophy was there. As Dylan is first to fall. Seeker able to get one, but Reset and Streezy are going to answer it too. Dupin with another. And now it's just, it's dude, this is a slaughter. I don't think there's any way around this one. 147 to 13 as we go into the last hill of the first set of rotations here.
Yeah, the dream might be dead on arrival for God Gaming, but hey, they're trying their best. They're going for the spawns, and they get the garbage time contestation successful, which is good for them, and it's good for morale. If they can just get Streezy out the back here, that's one step in the right direction, but Veracity, he's going to have to do something huge here. Streezy just sitting and waiting, and he does get the better of him. Good team fight there, but you see, Indiana Syndicate, they're already up and waiting in a good contestation point, but spawn outs for God Gaming actually kind of helping them in this situation as they completely sandwiched the people between them, and now they're getting some time up in here, Matt. Veracity and the guys, they're in a position where they can keep on being annoying in the back here. Veracity, he's got to be very careful. One hops down over the top of him. Seeker does take him down. That's the end of the time going in the hands of God Gaming.
Yeah, they got lucky with the spawns, God Gaming, but obviously weren't able to capitalize it to the fullest. Like you said, they were sandwiched. It worked out, but they weren't able to hold it, and that's really unfortunate because we saw hill number 1. I believe it was like 60 to 0 by the time hill number 3 came up, and it was just a blowout. And now that we're going into the second set of rotations, Nefarious goes ahead and picks up 3. Okay, waking up a little bit. God Gaming setting up for the next set of hills. Nefarious now 11 and 14. A nice little triple kill coming from him. Props to him. But now let's go ahead and look at Syndicate real quick. Rusi 9 and 7, but look at this: 2 minutes and 25 seconds on that objective time. Absolutely insane coming from the Syndicate boys. 42 for Reset and not much from Dupin and Streezy. Streezy actually only has a second, but who needs that when with hill time when you're 15-13 playing for these spawns? Dupin 18 and 12, and we've seen him do just a number of miraculous things already. It's the Syndicate roster looks so good on the roll. If he would have got that, I would have flipping right now. Ray City able to find one, but immediately does get traded out. Now only a few more seconds left on this hill, 20 seconds at that, as we go ahead and head over to the next hill. Hopefully God Gaming needs to go ahead and pull these spawns. They have them right now, but Reset's looking to make something happen here. He's able to find one more left in the back, and he will find them. Hopefully they go ahead and hold these spawns going to the next hill.
It looks like that is exactly what is not going to happen right now, Matt. God Gaming, I mean, they're looking good at individual moments here, but Indiana Syndicate just looking overall better and getting more value for the kills that they are getting. Veracity, he's trying to make sure that no one comes out the back here. They know that they're really pushed up hard on the top side of the minimap from our perspective. And he's just going to try and hem him up around the back. Dupin just chilling like a villain. Just satisfied to stay exactly where he is, and he doesn't really need to move at all. Reset does go down. He's going to find one. Looking for the second. Oh my God. Dupin absolutely not costing there, and he does seal the deal. Indiana Syndicate taking a huge big fat win over God Gaming. Now, one thing I do have to say is I saw a little bit of a funny statistic from DropShotStats not a while ago. Biggest blowouts. God Gaming is on there twice out of 5 times.
Oh no!
I mean, they almost got the same record there as well. Indiana Syndicate almost getting on that record sheet again against God Gaming, but I mean, I believe it was just a little bit more. They missed it by about 4 points there, Matt.
Yeah, that 250 to 36 number, that is not a nice number. That is a 50-point club, 40-point club, 36-point club, however you want to do it. Regardless, God Gaming, we said going into this that the respawns will be in favor of Syndicate by a lot, but the hard point was the one they had to go ahead and pick up here. But Now it's going to be the S&D, what we say is their best game mode. But obviously, Syndicate no slouches themselves. But 19-11 from Reset. And I want to go Rusi. I want to go ahead and 13-9 for him, but 3 minutes and 1 second on the clock for that OBGA time. That is an insane statistic right there for anybody at that. 17 and 16 for Streezy. And then 22 and 14 from Dupin. Dupin being the highlighted player. Like I said before this, he's a nutty player, but then so far, everything I've seen from this new Indiana Syndicate roster, I believe this is now week 4 for them. So I believe they've won, I think they're 4-0 with this new roster, or 3-0 after this one. Excuse me. What's up? Go ahead.
Is that stat that you brought up, the fact that he had 3 minutes of hill time, does that seem right? Does that seem right with how short that game was? Like, he must have been standing on the hill for at least like 90% of the round. Like, am I right or am I wrong?
Oh yeah, he would have to have been on it pretty much the entirety of the game. We saw it was like 60 or 80 to 0 at one point, and I do recall seeing him on pretty much all of that. And I mean, God Gaming, 23 seconds for Nefarious. He was the one that got that amazing triple, dude. He was on there the entirety of the game, and he also went positive, 13-9. That's such a good stat line coming from a player like that, where you're going positive, you're winning these fights in the hill or even going to the hill. Which probably didn't happen. Probably 9 times he walked to the hill, and all 9 of those times he stayed in there, you know. But yeah, just God Gaming. This S&D, if you guys want to win this, it's obviously got to be the S&D, and now you're going to have to pick up, if say you do win this, a controller or hard point, because like we keep saying, S&D is apparently their best game mode. But now that playoff hope is even smaller than what it already was that we were talking about earlier. Because if they were to win this, it would come down to map count. So
I mean, we've seen crazy things happen in Search and Destroys, especially recently, Matt. But let's be honest, God Gaming beating Indiana Syndicate would be like LA Gorillas beating FaZe. Oh wait, but it would also be, wait, hold on. It would also be like, hold on, even better. It would be better. It would be more like Toronto Ultra beating FaZe, not just once but 2 times. Oh wait, never mind. It just happened. So. Yeah, like, we've seen crazy things happen in these Search and Destroys, even when, like, teams that should be not even close to contesting each other, especially in the pro scene, like, it happens. It's really been happening. Yeah. Granted, a lot of them have been on Express, and this is on Moscow. Let me just get that out of the way. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the stat still stands. Search and Destroy is really the Thundercracker mode right now. This is the Thunderdome, and God Gaming, this is a little bit of a strategic heavy map, and they are a little bit new to each other, whereas Indiana Syndicate are very, very experienced with each other and in the game in general. So it still does not mean it's going to be any less hard for them. You know what I'm saying, Matt?
Mm-hmm. No, I completely agree, dude. It's the Syndicate roster, dude. Just God Gaming, their chances at winning in my head were already low, but you know, like with that stat line we mentioned, it's there. It is possible, but who knows what can happen? Like you said, anything can happen. This is Call of Duty. This is a sport. Comebacks are real. So hopefully we can go ahead and see some magic happen. Like I said, I'm rooting for God Gaming. I like the underdog, but Syndicate, the next control, or when the control does come, and if we do see another hard point, it's going to be very hard to believe that anything does come of it. But the God Gaming roster, the S&Ds need to be there. It's S&D wins champs. We also got to win a respawn in between that as well, you know?
Yeah, so, that was exactly what won the game for Hyped last time. They won both the Search and Destroys, and they won, I do believe it was the Control. The Control, yeah. So the Control being that mode that's sort of like a hybrid between both. We see that usually is the mode that goes along with the Search and Destroys, just because you don't have infinite respawns and the spawns are fixed. So, like, yeah, the people that frag out aren't as hindered, I would say, by, you know, the fact that someone can spawn behind you at any given moment. They have to actually get there, you know what I'm saying, Matt? And that's why we usually see Control going in the hands of these Search and Destroy teams. We are, I believe, yeah, it appears that God Gaming is now ready. Had a little bit of a computer crash on one of their parts, but they are all back in here and ready to go now. Should be starting here any second. It is actually starting now.
Oh, there we go. We're going in. Yeah, but the last game I casted for Syndicate, dude, that raid control they had, Dupin was just going off. But now let's go to talk about Moscow. SNDA, definitely the more favorite site out of the 2 sites here. Last the Hyped and Hyped versus Valkyrie match, I will say this, B site was hit a lot more than B was, or A was, excuse me. So it's very interesting to see that B site being utilized a lot more because you really don't see it too terribly much. It's usually the A rush or you play mid to stairs or mid like all the way around kind of thing. You wrap around, but I'm excited to see hopefully some more B plays here because I do love the ARs on long or street side, whatever you want to go ahead and say. But yeah, Indiana Syndicate 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0 for Indiana Syndicate coming in for those of you guys that have just tuned in. And yeah, a little bit of a throw to the challengers here. I was casting APAC challengers this weekend, and they played this map 2 times. And from what I saw, B was definitely a lot more of a viable option here. You see now God Gaming, they're sending at least one person over here, but Indiana Syndicate, they definitely seem to like the A plays. The B plays, they were actually like, I would say 60% of the time it was B, believe it or not. But this time, Indiana Syndicate opting to go for A, looking to go in and hit these guys out. I see if God Gaming can keep themselves alive to post-plant and just make sure middle map doesn't get totally shut down, then they have a good way of getting this back in. You see Indiana Syndicate, they're really looking for that pick, but because they're not getting it, they would love to get it, but they're still going to be planting because they have to.
Yeah, bomb going to go ahead and go down now. It's going to be a 2v3. No, 2v2, 1v2 now. As God Gaming trying to make something happen. He doesn't actually hear him. Streezy actually able to pick up one. No, what are you looking at? You knew where he was at. He's looking the opposite way. He's looking towards Eskies, and he's going to be in office or whatever you want to go ahead and call that. But a nice little 2-piece here from Streezy. It was kind of scary. I'm not going to lie. Got a little bit of the... I believe it was the Roker versus Optic match, a 3-piece from Accuracy. Second time he's done that in his career. And you know what? It actually, Loki, wouldn't surprise me if people stop going A-site. You know, it's like a little curse or whatever now. That play being absolutely insane coming from Accuracy. TK all day.
That
Vibes
play
going
was
on.
cursed, Matt.
Dude, it's so cursed. It's so cursed. But yeah, going into round number 2 now. 3-0 start from Streezy. Don't think he should have got that third. Dylan looking the opposite direction. Maybe a miscommunication there, but we digress. We go into round number 2 now. It's going to be another A hit now. 3 players on both teams hitting A. 1 playing mid as the picks go back and forth. Streezy finding Dylan, and Streezy going to find 2 more. Another triple kill for Streezy as the last man up, Seeker. Yeah, he wants that ace. Like you said, we saw an ace earlier coming from Hyped over Valkyrie. I forgot who it was. But are we going to be seeing 2 aces tonight? We are. 2 aces tonight. Syndicate, Mr. Streezy will get number 2. And a good play there. Just look at this route, dude. Oh, my God. It's just people just... Dylan wasn't watching it here. Nefarious. No one... I guess Veracity looked like he was coming to back it up. Maybe he was shot at and he was backing up for heals. But no one picked that kill up after Dylan fell. That's another critical error for God Gaming, and now it's going to be Syndicate up 2-0, and Mr. Streezy on a 7-0 streak right now.
Yeah, Streezy. We've seen him do things like that before. I do believe the last time I saw that was... Shoot, I think it was in the last match, actually. Indiana Syndicate. Streezy did something very similar, but it ended off with a collateral sticky grenade kill. It was pretty freaking funny.
No.
And in comes Streezy trying to do something like that again. A little bit of aiming difficulties, but a little bit of help there from Dupin. It does see him through. Just confident enough to go in with the pistol. But, I mean, the rest of God Gaming, they're a little bit secluded at the back there. Streezy does finally take his first death of the game, but that also comes at the time that God Gaming gets 3 in that one round.
Yeah, 7-1. Streezy does fall, unfortunately, but now it's going to be a 3v1. If he can deny this plant, never mind, not going to matter. Syndicate now going to be up 3-0 up against God Gaming's best game mode. Just a lot of it's a lot of like, I don't want to call it basic Call of Duty competitive knowledge of just trading and baiting and switching and etc. All that stuff, but God Gaming just seems to be lacking. Only 2 kills on the board. Or 1 kill, actually. Wait, no, am I reading? Yeah, Seeker only has 1 kill. Wait, no, I am way off. I'm looking at the wrong statistic. Don't listen to me. Yeah. 5 kills for God Gaming. 2 from Dylan and Seeker. 1 for us, Rare City and Nefarious. 0-3 right now. 7-1 start for Streezy. Absolutely insane coming from him. But yeah, now we go ahead. Bomb going to be going middle right now. Rusi will go ahead and pick up the first kill. And now they know where that bomb is. At least they saw it. I believe they don't call out the bomb carriers down in this game if you take them out. A reset looking for Seeker. As a 3v4, God Gaming got to get the bomb. They do. Dylan able to find 1, and it is Streezy. That's a good shutdown right there. Now 2 lives in a row.
Oh, no.
Very, very good. But Dylan able to find 1.
That is a huge kill there from Dylan in the middle, as now it is a 2v2. Bomb is back in the hands of God Gaming. Rusi, he's just going to be sitting here and holding a common sight line as Reset. Reset's totally got him here. And I think the proper play call is coming out now from Real Deal Dill. He's checking the site just to make sure, but Veracity, he's right here along with him. Plenty of time to plant, and Indiana Syndicate, they're also playing the smart. They're not trying to get individually pieced by looking at both sides. They're both waiting for the plant to come down so they can push it together.
Yeah, now they're going to 2v2 right now. The bomb is down, and like you said, these two they got to play close. They're going to go ahead and back up for just a little bit so they can get a little the better angles for Reset. Now going to go ahead and go pillars. Taking their time. One is currently bottom, and it will be Dylan. Dylan, ooh, Reset's able to spot him, but he's actually able to find one. And now they have the intel, and he pushes it and not able to do it. Veracity will go ahead and fall in a nice little two-piece coming from Reset. Now he is going to be 4-1 right now, but he is on a 4 streak. Another good round coming from Syndicate.
I mean, I understand the push. I really do understand that push out there. Dill was 100% calling out that Reset was below half health. Or maybe he shouldn't have, but yeah. I totally thought Reset had less health going into it, but I guess I overestimated how many bullets that Dill had put in there, which was absolutely 0. But yeah, Reset going in and getting that nice 2-man kill, finds one, turns around, kills the other. You love to see stuff like that, and maybe, I do take it back, maybe it would have been a little bit smarter for them to hold the back line a little bit. I mean, it's been a little bit different more now, Matt, with people being a little bit more audacious with the diffuses, but God Gaming, I wouldn't be too surprised if Indiana Syndicate tried to push him out for the full kill, and if he had been able to play his life a little bit harder there, maybe that's a round.
No, I completely agree with that. Just the Veracity, if you would have played a lot more, oh god, a double kill. Oh, never mind, it's Streezy and Rusi both able to find one, but yeah, honestly, I think just holding Eskies and just playing with his life, play your life kind of thing, like you were saying, I think that would have went a lot better from that round. Let's talk about the present right now, as it is currently a 3v1. Seeker, the last man up, and with that bomb down, 33 seconds left on the clock, an okay amount of time to work with. But the way that these guys are set up, 2 are currently mid and 1's actually to the right of sight, as 1 comes from Eski. Seeker will go ahead and find Dupin. Now it's a 1v2, and he's still yet number 3. Rusi will be watching. Stairs still coming from mid, and now he's going to go ahead and wrap around. Reset getting the tag, and this is going to be big for number 3 on the radar. Rusi now making his way on over, and he's going to be able to find him. A very good play there. I do like that a lot in that 2v1. The intel was there after that first death in the 3v1, but now 5-0. A shutout in, or it was practically a 150-point club. Dude, it's God game. My head's all over the place right now. Shutout map 1, maybe map 2. 5-0 right now. Syndicate match point.
Yeah, look at those first bloods right there, Matt. Only 1 going in the hands of God Gaming right now. The gunfights are just being won all the time by Syndicate, and it really shows not just in the first bloods, but also in the kill feed in general. You see, like, that's absolutely crazy. Full mid push, and it's actually Seeker that gets first blood, but on his own teammate. Veracity and the guys, they all follow suit very quickly. And Seeker, he's all by himself. Gonna run right into Strezzy here, but somehow loses that fight. Strezzy, I guess he's just a whole different kind of beast, as now we are gonna be 2-0 in the hands of Indiana Syndicate. The dream is dying. I was gonna say slowly dying, but it is actually very quickly dying, because man, these rounds are going by oh so quickly, Matt. Oh so quickly.
Yeah, I completely agree there. And after that performance right there, that S&D, we know how these guys play in control. And if you want to go ahead and go by the logic you stated earlier, how S&D teams typically have a bit of a better time on the control. Yeah, 6-0 on the S&D. I want to go ahead and take your logic with this. If we take either of our logics, whether you're a Respawn team or S&D team, going to this control either way, these Syndicate guys are just looking, oh God. They're looking good up against God Gaming. Now up 2-0 after a blowout on the checkmate. Now a blowout on the Moscow S&D. And now I believe it is raid control we're going into. And then after that, I believe another Moscow, and if need be, a Miami S&D, if I remember that correctly. But after that, dude, it just... Streezy was 7-0 at one point. Eventually got shut down. Got shut down 3 lives in a row before he was able to pick up another one. I had some hope for God Gaming after that, but unfortunately... You had the other guys, Rusi, Reset, go ahead and step up a little bit there I believe they were ending in like 5-3 and 5-1 between those two. And I believe Dupin ended 4-3. So, I mean, everyone really playing. Streezy just got, I don't want to say lucky, but with that, he did go ahead and pick up the triple kill and then the ace the next round. Yeah. So he obviously went ahead and started the 2-0 right there. But, oh God, my dog going crazy behind me. Please excuse her. Syndicate looking crazy right now, though.
Yeah, they really are looking like that. Something I want to point out, not to criticize, but just to show just how power-packed Indiana Syndicate is. In the beginning, first couple of rounds, Streezy was going off, reset, didn't really have to do much of anything. Man had 35 damage, but wasn't costing at all. They were literally still winning rounds, but as soon as Streezy goes down, he instantly picks it up and gets like right back to 4-1. So just goes to show that like, even like, it's not just one person, it's everybody. Reset, when he has to do something, he does it. When Dupin has to do something, he does it. Streezy always doing something. Rusi, everyone always doing something for Indiana Syndicate. They don't always have to do something, but they can always depend on each other to pull something out. And I think they have a really good shot of maybe getting a money spot in this league when all is said and done. Valiant Gaming, obviously favorites to win it, but I think Indiana Syndicate and this new KT team, maybe they do a little bit of something in the playoffs that Valiant is not totally prepared for. You know what I'm saying?
No, I completely agree, dude. I think the Syndicate roster, they're going to be perfectly fine in playoffs. I kind of feel like they're better than, maybe I shouldn't say it, but I do feel like they're
say it.
They're better than natural talent.
Yeah.
I believe that. I don't know if they've played each other yet with this roster. I think Syndicate already played natural talent, but it was the old roster. Yeah, but right, Valiant Gaming, they're right here, like neck and neck. Like this is Valiant, this is Syndicate right there. They're very close to each other, you know. But just this Syndicate roster, if they make playoffs and my boys at God Gaming don't make it, and my boys at Valkyrie don't make it, I think Syndicate will be my favorite team to go ahead and go into this one. So rooting for them if they make playoffs. However, tonight I am still holding true to my statement. I am rooting for God Gaming all the way to the end.
Yeah, I think that's going to be very, very far-fetched. It's always been far-fetched because, I mean, God Gaming, they've had one of the most throttling seasons anybody can have. But and the fact that they still can mathematically do it is pretty crazy. But, I mean, it can all start right now. They don't have to get, like, any specific map count up against these guys. They just need to do it. It can start right now, but Indiana Syndicate, like I said, these guys are solid. These guys are some of my favorites to get top 3, maybe even second or first, depending on how things go. And yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they would, in current form, defeat natural talent. Can't say for sure, but what can I say? But what I can say for sure is that stack coming out from Indiana Syndicate already. Big fat kills coming in as well. Actually, not a whole lot. Only 3 so far, but they're basically just getting this hill for free, Matt.
Yeah, but Nefarious was shutting down players somewhere. I didn't see where. Rusi going to take him out. Must have been from behind. But they're able to go ahead and get a tick and a half on A site right now. The respawn's going to come in. They're kind of spawning all over the place right now. Looked like you had a player spawn Zig, and now one player is spawning outer garage right now as Dylan able to find one. Now looking for number 2, but it won't happen. He pushes out Rusi. Streezy will go ahead and clean him up there. Streezy now go ahead and get aggressive as 2 players move on to the A site, and there you go. A is secured. 2 minutes and 5 seconds, 25 lives for Syndicate to go ahead and wrap up round number 1. And Streezy, that would have been insane if he was able to get that. Dylan able to escape. That was an eco chow and a half. I agree with you, buddy. But well, Dylan will go ahead and get taken out. Nefarious Ferocity punishing Streezy for being in their spawn, saying, "Get up on out of here, kiddo." But now look at this. Ooh, that would have been nasty from Ferocity. Not able to do it. Just a lot of these what-if moments coming from God Gaming tonight. Like, what if he got that kill, you know? And it just, the shots aren't hitting tonight. Syndicate right now, they're on, they're on those routers. Call them the Dallas routers. What the heck the Empire nickname had last season. But they're just looking really, really good right now, dude.
Yeah, he was really trying to flex on them in their spawn, but apparently God Gaming spawn is a no flex zone. As God Gaming, they are going to be wiping them off again. They are going to reset the control that they have over the map here. They're actually in a pretty good position, but never really in a bad position is Indiana Syndicate. All they really need to do is get a full team wipe. They've done it many, many times, and they could just run right on in, but it's starting to be a little bit more slow coming as God Gaming, 5 lives up, duping a little bit by himself, getting banged through the wall. Unfortunate. Streezy by himself, does very good by himself, but I mean, it's going to be a little bit difficult. He does find Nefarious mid-map, but look at this. At the same time, Veracity coming around the back of the map. He's going to be able to, oh, actually, full pivot coming out from Indiana Syndicate. Does get one for all his troubles, and he turns on reset. Incredible anticipation from Veracity. And God Gaming, they're making it look a little bit more possible here, Matt.
Yeah, dude, look at this, dude. 30 seconds left, and it's 13 lives for God and 7 for Indiana Syndicate. And just they're doing such a good job defending the site. And now Verocity's up behind him. He's able to find one, but he will get taken out by Struzy. Seeker looking for, got one. Dylan able to find another here. And now it's going to be 12-4 with 16 seconds left on the clock. And honestly, I want to say it's a good situation to save these lives, but it really kind of isn't worth it. You might as well try and play the site. But now that I'm saying that, Rusi able to find one, this will be the last hit. They're going to go ahead and go for it. 4 seconds left, but the trades won't happen. And Eli Dubin actually able to get that slide on the site with 1 second left, and they're not going to be able to do it. God Gaming with a beautiful hold there at the end with that, just a very, very, I want to say, I'm going to go ahead and say a very bad hold on the A site. This B site hold, there was 25 lives, and they had 2 minutes and 6 seconds to capture that. God Gaming 13-5 at one point, and I believe it was around like 8-0. When that round went ahead and ended right there. So God Gaming, already an amazing start, winning the defense. And it looked really scary like we mentioned, but now Syndicate going to get a turn on the defense. God Gaming now going to the offense. 10-8 for Veracity, 12-3 from Nefarious. A beautiful game from him. But Seeker lacking just a little bit 2-4. Dylan 5-6. God Gaming overall looking a bit. Oh God, reset. That's a good way to open things. Oh, reset. That is how you open things up. Will he find the 4th? And he does. Reset, picking up the first 4 kills of this round. Reset. That is how you do it, buddy.
Yes, that is definitely how we do it if we're on Indiana Syndicate, my dude. Dupin now starting to get a little bit aggro in the spawns. One thing I do have to point out is that this defense is looking a lot more solid for Indiana Syndicate. I mean, yeah, we said that they basically got the first one for free. I think that, if I remember correctly, my dude, they just went in and they got basically 2 ticks on the point without really more than 3 lives going out total. So, yeah. They're holding this a lot more hardball than God Gaming is. Seeker. He's literally around the corner from this guy, and he's just unfortunately not going to see him. Does get him that time, but a whole lot of kills going into the hands of Indiana Syndicate before that is said and done, and he does get flanked again. They are just dominating every single aspect of the map right now, and that leads to it being a 14 life deficit. Nefarious, he's going to find one a little bit pushed up, might be able to stop this. But do you really want to stop this right now? Do you want it just to go into the next round, get your defense, and try and do a little bit of something here? I think they're trying to stall us out a little bit, try and get a few kills here, Matt. But this, in order to take this round, they would have to do so much, and I don't know if they have the logistics live-wise to do it.
No, I mean, honestly, live-wise, no, it's not possible. But for the time's sake, it really just wasn't worth going for that hill, thinking about it, because as of right now, before this new fix goes in, there is no point in playing the hill in that situation, because if you go to a round number 5, it will come down to lives. And dude, let's look at this play again from Reset, opening up with a 4K or an ace, however you want to go ahead and start, or go ahead and call it in a control. But the easy double kill collateral to get things started, catching the player up a top bedroom and catching, I believe that was Nefarious in the back. Just a beautiful start. And I could have told you the round was over at that point, but alas, God Gaming still tried, and hopefully we can go ahead and see another good defense coming from them. Obviously, the lives now going to be in favor of Syndicate if that round 5 need be.
Yeah, definitely in the hands after that one. Reset, he's just going to do a little bit of a heat check with a solo chow mid. Does get Real Deal Dill. He's trying to get the better of Nefarious, but shots coming in along with the grenade. Nefarious, he's just going to get a little bit aggro on this. And Reset, he's totally prepared for the aggression. His teammate is going to be prepared as well, as he goes in and he gets the cutoff and takes him down. A lot better of contention coming out here on this A objective from God Gaming. They don't give it up for free, and they're actually holding Indiana Syndicate very, very well. Trying to come in here is Dupin. Nefarious low health, forced to shell. Mega unfortunate for him, but Seeker, man, look at this guy. He does take down one, but Dupin definitely back to full health after all that time. And now he's on a 3 streak and on the objective. Close up, takes down one, turns around, takes down another. Dupin. Oh my God, Dupin on a 5 kill spree. Very well deserved. I don't think he's done yet, Matt. He's got the backs of the entire enemy team to him. He's gonna see Seeker off spawn and he rips him to pieces. What on earth is going on here? Dupin, he is just really giving it to them. You cannot stop this man. He's just in a mood where he's like, you just can't stop me. You just cannot stop Dupin.
Oh my! It's a 23-14 live advantage for Dupe, or I'm gonna say Dupin. Dupin has 22 lives to use if need be, and he's still going off, dude. 8 streak, 20 and 11. He
How
had
do you win
10
that?
kills at the start of this one. He keeps going. I believe ending on the 9 streak, Dupin. A beautiful life played for him, and that is what we love to see. But guys, let's look over at the radar. Streezy was on a 5 streak. I was kidding. Now Syndicate gonna win that round, going into the map or round number 4. Oh my god.
How do you win those if you're Dupin? I really want to know. Is it like, is it some kind of breathing? He must have found Bance's breathing exercises or something. I think he's got a little bit of insight up in here with Bance, because he looks straight up just like him right now in this game as Bance did up against FaZe, and that is very, very good for him. That is an incredible attack to win. And after that first round, Indiana Syndicate, they've just been turning up the heat. God Gaming just getting a little bit cooked right now, Matt. Just getting a little bit baked, and not in a good way.
They're getting that barbecue ready. The pizza oven's on. You know, maybe the oven's preheated to 450 degrees to get some baking going, like you said, dude. Because Indiana Syndicate, they are cooking up something in the kitchen, and God Gaming is currently in that recipe of a disaster that they are cooking up right there. And I think that was a good pun, but I don't know. I tried to be like you, and I don't think it worked. I'll say it is. Just say it is. I appreciate that, Kamika. But Streezy getting things started, already on a 2 streak, looking for number 3, won't be able to get it. Now he's going to be able to get it there. I completely lied to you guys. I'm so sorry. Streezy 20 and 10, dude. Dupin 23 and 13, 16 and 11 from Rusi. Reset 16 and 15. The guys over at Syndicate are all looking very, very nice. But Nefarious is keeping up 16 and 18. He had a really good start, but he has fell off quite a bit. I believe he actually started 12 and 4 going into round number 2. And now he's 16 and 18, so he's slowed up a bit, giving up a lot of lives as well. But it's good to see Seeker and Dylan have warmed up a little bit as well. And as we go ahead, and that's 4 people down right there for Syndicate. And once again, God Gaming, I mean, they got to do something here, obviously. Oh god, it's just so iffy. 33 seconds left on the clock. I couldn't tell you what's going to happen here, dude.
Yeah, streaks are just making it so they can't full stack and get the objective into their hands completely. Seeker gonna be the sole survivor here, and Dupin finishes him off very, very quickly. This is a good position from God Gaming over on A though, but could easily be spoiled by Rusi. You see here, I think we got a little bit of streaks coming in from Dupin as well. He's gonna try and nail someone in the spawn, but totally doesn't.
More.
They've got so many streaks right now. Streaks for days. Yeah, Streezy calls in a couple more. Just literally so many streaks. They've got a stockpile a mile high, and like they're just dropping nukes on him right now, my dude. Not quite literally in this game dropping nukes, but proverbially dropping the nuke on on God Gaming Indiana Syndicate. That was just absolutely insane. Putting an end to any Mimi hopes that we had here that God Gaming could make playoffs. That is gonna be an end to that.
Dude, I mean, we were hoping for the God Gaming win just for like the storyline from them, but unfortunately, I believe that playoff chance is now gone. Coming out a loss here tonight, I believe they are now going to be 1 and 7. I think. Don't quote me on that.
You are
but
right.
Syndicate with this new roster is currently undefeated. Also, I believe this new roster coming from them, they just look good. It's another one of those situations where they just went ahead and won that 3-0. But even though God Gaming isn't like the best team here, they just look good. Dupin getting on that 8 streak, and I believe he ended the game actually on a 4 or a 5 streak as well. Reset picking up that triple kill there at the last seconds. There were just so many memorable moments that game. The ace starting with Reset there for round number 2. It's their control looks so good. Their hard point looked insane. And then, I mean, obviously their S&D is no slouch. They beat God Gaming 6-0. That's not hard, even up against a not so great, or it's not easy, excuse me.
Not easy.
Even when they're playing, like even any team, even like a regular pub match, when you're 5 stacking, 6 stacking, whatever you want to say, that's not even that easy, But GG's the God Gaming and Syndicate, I believe, is now going to be 5-3, 4-0 with this new roster, if I recall.
Absolutely correct there, Matt. You got a great memory, my dude. You got a great memory. And so, oh god, I keep forgetting to switch off this scene transition. I promise, guys, we are not going into raid right now. What we are doing is going into leaderboards and seeing how this will go on. As soon as this beautiful overshot of raid gets out of my face, we will be seeing just how much this is going to affect things now. God Gaming, they are just still going to be tied with Swear Society at the bottom. and Indiana Syndicate, they are basically neck and neck with Natural Talent. Their next week, they are literally safe for playoffs no matter what. No one can knock them down to a position low enough to where they don't make it. And Indiana Syndicate, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, do you know who they are fighting up against? I can check on it real quick, but do you remember with that amazing memory of yours?
Don't ever say that. I do not have a good memory, dude. I don't know how I'm remembering all this, but let me go ahead. I actually don't know. I do not have it in my notes anywhere that I have saved up. Yeah, I don't have the schedule anywhere, but
I'll tell you right now. They're fighting Monolithic Gaming Esports. And you see Monolithic on the other league table. It is cross-divisional. They're about in the same spot point-wise, but Monolithic, they've been taking a couple of difficult defeats lately, I'm going to be totally honest. Most recently, up against Knights Templar, who... I think Knights Templar, who really did defeat them. Or, no, it was Finale Gaming, who I think 3-0'd them, or it was 3-1. Either way, Finale Gaming, they looked really good up against Monolithic, and it's been a tough couple of weeks for Monolithic. So, Indiana Syndicate, my prediction, Matt, they keep this spot. They go right on into playoffs, and they can 100% play for one of those cash money spots. You know what I'm saying?
I completely agree, dude. I don't think they're going to be able to get a higher seed for the top. I believe top 3, depending on how the seeding goes.
Yeah, it's impossible.
I think the top 3 is already secured between NT, Valiant, and whoever's in the Division A. Can't remember on the top of my head. I know you just had it up, but I didn't look. But that 4 and 5/6 spot, that's all extremely possible because that Division A is a little bit more spread out. Minus that number 1 spot. They're a lot more close together, excuse me. Only one team truly dominating that division. Over here at Division B, though, you got 2 teams. So, honestly, I think they're definitely a top 4 team going into playoffs. Seeding-wise, it's going to be another thing because, like I said, they are 5-0, 4-0, 5-0, I forget already. With this, there's that great memory of mine, with this new roster, and they just look good, dude. Dupin's my MVP for tonight. I'm not going to lie. Just between those streaks and the whole team's an MVP, dude. I can't even lie. I'm just everything just went through my head right there, dude. Just this Syndicate roster is now that God Gaming's out. If Valkyrie's out, they're going to be my pick to win this. I'm not going to lie. I
think that they're looking really good. I mean, they're definitely in the best looking form of all the teams that are at that level. Natural Talent, I'm not going to lie, they looked a little bit lackadaisical up against Valiant Gaming when they got 3-0'd very, very hard. And yeah, good thing for them is that they are unable to be supplanted from that second place spot because right now they only have 1 loss. Even if they lose in this final week, that is still only 2 losses. And the only person that can supplant them from that spot, Indiana Syndicate, who has 3 losses. So we're starting to see things smooth out a whole lot here, Matt. Still a couple of things that can move around, a couple of moving parts. God Gaming, unfortunately, not going to be one of them, as we do see their playoff chances finally slip away. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, thank you so much for tuning in. In case you guys just started watching, you missed it. God Gaming, they were a little bit on the receiving end of a 3-0 from Indiana Syndicate. But yeah, Matt, that's pretty much all we have to say about this in the words of Forrest Gump. Anything you want to say in conclusion here?
Honestly, thank you for everybody that showed up for both matches tonight. Make sure you go ahead and follow Kyle at Comica_18, a one-man show over here at the K7 League, dude, when it comes to production and casting. Follow myself at Big and Tall Matt. Follow the Syndicate boys at probably Indiana Syndicate or something like that. Follow God Gaming. I always got to shout out the players. The only reason why we're here today is because these players that come up and compete. But other than that, I got nothing else, Mr. Kyle. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to the K7 fans and competitors. You guys all have a beautiful night.